Okay.
So where we are, we have a nice river right there.
Is that the Seven Lake?
Yes,
Yeah,
Seven
it's
Lakes.
Seven
yes,
Lakes,
yes,
yeah.
yes,
Can you
yes.
pull that for irrigation?
Oh,
Yeah, he could use that.
Yes, yes.
But that's actually a man-made lake because they were drilling.
I'll show you in the Google map. I
Yeah.
mean, Andrew, you'll see. It's a wonderful place. We
Yeah.
also do paragliding,
Oh yeah.
and we do sailing at the
Uh-huh.
river. And now we are want to start kiteboarding. That's
Uh-huh.
like a parachute. You have like a
Surfboard.
that. So once when you come there, we will have fun.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So I'll
Okay.
Is that the closest to Kazakh?
a Kazakh was the Kazakh.
Kazakh, there was a Department of Agronomy in Kazakh, right? You know that?
This is Andrew, this is Matthew, and this is here their gold. So Matthew, you mentioned it's how many we should put, I mean divide like 3 meters?
You want
3 or 4 meters. Okay.
4 meters, 4 to 5 meters is what you want. It's going to depend on your tractor because your tractor width
Mm-hmm.
is going to determine how easily you can fit down the row. I would say no less than 4 meters, maybe 5 meters. Okay.
Okay,
Between rows.
and it's a 1 meter or
1 meter on
the
center
side.
of the plant, 1 meter between plants, 4 to 5 meters between rows. Okay?
Okay. And you mentioned this is 800 plants here.
Yes. Oh, 100.
100.
100
100.
in an eighth of an acre. So if this was an acre,
Okay,
I would
okay.
have 800 plants.
And this one, it's actually with 7 or 14% of
Nitrogen. I mean, you're
nitrogen.
Okay. So where I have them, I'm not sure. In fact, I think that this, I'd have to look. I've got flags that mark my my fertility. Let's see, where am I? Oh, no, they're in here. Here. Okay. So from these plants up, I have 3 grams of nitrogen. With these plants, see the blue flag? These plants down, I think is 7 grams of nitrogen.
Okay, this is so. This is 14. This is 7.
This was 3.
3.
This is 7 to
Wait.
here. And here's where we stop and we go from 7 grams. If that's a clear flag, or
Yes,
it's
yes,
a
yes.
red flag. Red flag is 14 grams. This is 14 grams of nitrogen.
So it looks like
And then 0 grams of nitrogen, which is, you're starting to tell right here that now we're going to face problems with no nitrogen. After a few years, okay, of this, no nitrogen is starting to create problems, all right?
wow.
These plants don't have, and then from here, where's the no nitrogen? I think there's 14 grams of nitrogen on these plants.
Okay, excellent.
So
So it was easier for you, Andrew, to do this way or to do 3 grams of nitrogen? No,
statistically,
statistic.
in research,
Okay.
I want to make sure that
It's a-
each one of my rows
Okay,
has
they're
the
like a
same-
sample.
it's a sample, because I can't do any statistics and determine if I'm doing 0, 3, 4, 7, 14. I've got no replication. It's true replication. What happens if my irrigation system... Oh, did you find a... Oh, okay, you found one.
And what
A rust.
that can happen to us as well, I guess.
Yes. Depending upon
The type, the thing is that rust is, this species of rust uses a juniper, a cedar tree.
I
The
think
juniper.
you have pines and cedars and junipers in Serbia.
What's that?
That's the trees.
Okay.
Some of the.
Uh,
I think that you have it.
okay.
We'll have to make sure, but this is
Which side is your? I mean, west or north or where is your exact farm? I mean, in location wise, where in Serbia? West or north or towards Belgrade or?
Towards Belgrade,
It's how many kilometers from Belgrade?
100 kilometers.
100. 500 kilometers from Belgrade down south, or
Next to Romania. We are right on the border with Romania.
Oh,
we
right
can,
on
we
the-
can find out.
I'll
Yeah.
show you.
Okay,
I printed
okay.
also our business plan. If you, I mean,
Okay,
and I
sure.
printed you out my results of
Well,
the.
there's a lot of information.
Andrew, so how old is this one?
These are all the same age. They were all planted in 2006.
All of them, this road.
And they were all the same size. They were seedlings.
So after 3 years, how many of these you're getting per plant?
Our yield at year 3 was about, this is another interesting fruit. This is called amelanchier. It's called serviceberry. It's a U.S. native. This tastes like apples. And I'm surprised the gymnosperangum hasn't attacked it this year. Gymnosperangum is really hard on, there it is right here. This is another species. This plant was accidentally planted in with the... So anyways, to answer your question,
I know it's a
They're not like
difference. I mean, that you, it's good. It's good. It tastes like
alright.
apple or not?
it's great.
oh, it tastes like an apple.
I like it.
They're not right.
Better me have it than any birds.
Yeah, all right.
That's true.
Anyways, these plants were all planted at the same time. They're 7 years old, and there is a difference in size. Ideally, if your soil is good, in 7 years your plants will be looking like those really big ones over there. That's the way they should all look.
In 7 years. And how many pounds are you getting or kilos per plant?
Yeah, sorry, I'm back to
No,
that.
no, no.
Okay, so my first recorded harvest was about 200 pounds, and that was
Also,
like
you
the
take
third
an
year.
average of the number of the plants?
Yeah.
200.
So, but what I can do is tell you that they averaged anywhere between 2 and 4 pounds the third year. The fourth year we had 5 or 6 pounds. Kilograms is like about 2.5 kilograms.
Okay.
But
Because we had totally wrong statistic over there. And
Really?
can lead you in totally wrong direction. They were telling us it's come like from 10 to 15 kilos
how long?
after like 5 years. But so that's wrong.
There have been some figures that have put it in there. 5 years is too short.
Okay.
Now in the Midwest, their soils are really, really good. And I know that there are some people that have gotten a yield the year after they planted. And
Okay.
they're picking a couple pounds off there because of the really, really good soils.
So it's all about the soil.
And we have very poor soils here in the United States. I'm sorry.
No,
Here on
no,
the Eastern Shore.
Yes.
The Eastern Shore is very poor clay soils.
Yes.
Um,
But we heard that Aronija doesn't require like, or it's
It doesn't require really
yes,
good
good
soil to grow. You have to amend it, but if you have good soil, it will grow better.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
It doesn't require good soils,
Yes.
but it will grow better in better soils, and that only makes sense.
I agree with you. And what is your market? I mean, in United States or?
Our market will probably be, well, we have a fresh market.
Okay.
We have a value-added product market.
Okay, when you.
tea,
Okay, perfect.
jams,
Excellent.
jellies,
Yes, that's
things like
amazing.
that.
Yes.
There were a few companies that were making juice,
Mm-hmm.
and but it never caught on. So meaning like that was not accepted as a juice because I think it's just the flavor. Now I don't think enough people try it. I think it has a wonderful flavor.
We have actually most flavor
Yes.
in Europe, Eastern Europe.
I know.
I haven't tried anything else but flavor, and you just drink a little bit every day.
Yep.
And
You don't drink it, yeah, like orange juice.
Yes,
You know?
and you can drink. It's not good. I mean, if you take a lot, because I think you can be adapted through. So, however, you will almost like a 1 spoon or something, or just a little bit every day.
I had my dad drinking 4 ounces a day
Okay.
for potential issues with his diabetes, although that didn't work, unfortunately.
Really?
Yeah. I wanted to see if his diabetes would he's getting adult onset diabetes, my father,
Mm-hmm.
and so I wanted. So every 6 months he goes in for a blood test to test
Okay,
his sugar,
okay, yes, yes.
and I wanted him to
try
try
it.
it for a month to see if it would do anything.
Yeah, of course.
And he said it didn't. But he had a
Okay.
really bad breakfast that morning before he took his.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Test.
yeah,
But
so
how long he's been, continuously
Yes.
doing this for
it was only 1 month. I only had enough juice to give him for 1 month.
1 month?
Because you need 8 ounces a day is about 2 gallons of juice per person per month. So if you would like to have juice, an 8-ounce glass of juice, which is what I enjoy. I like drinking a lot of juice.
Yes.
And so, if I have between 4 and 8 ounces a day, I'd be happy.
Okay, depends how you make concentration into the juice. If
So
it's strong or not.
the juice, what I do with the juice, to make the juice, I freeze the fruit and then I press it.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes a very nice juice. If I want to make jelly, I freeze the fruit and then I put it in a machine called a juicer,
Yes,
which
yes,
spins
yes.
and macerates the
Yes,
fruit,
yes.
and then you get a little bit of pulp. And that pulp makes the juice very astringent, a little
yeah.
bitter. Okay, it's not good for drinking, but that's what you want to make your
For processing.
Jelly with.
Jelly, and, yep.
because that stringency is good for jelly.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
But for juice, it's just cold pressing. You freeze the fruit,
Yes.
and then you press it, and you'll get let's say you'll get about 4 liters to let me think,
Of how
4
many?
liters to about 6 kilograms of fruit.
Okay, 6 kilograms for 4 liters.
Yep.
Okay, it's like a 30%.
Yeah, probably so.
Yes.
But that's what you can expect from your juice process.
Yes,
If you end up freezing, freezing releases more juice. If you don't freeze, you'll get much less
Yes,
juice from the
yes.
fruit.
Oh, okay, you're right. So what is your, suggestion that we should start wider as we can?
Yeah.
And 1 meter and use the 7% of
Here's another suggestion: 7 grams.
7 grams
Nitrogen.
nitrogen.
I don't know what your nitrogen source will be. It will have any type of percentage, from 1 to
To 40.
20%.
What can be? What type of nitrogen can be?
manure.
Manure.
Cow excrement or chicken excrement.
Or
Okay.
can you buy any type of compost?
We have a lot of animals over there.
So or you can do is
Composted cow manure.
We have also
Composted-
those sheep.
sheep manure. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
let-
a small ruminant.
Let me ask you
That'd
one.
be okay, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
But
that'd be okay.
but don't-
I'll check with Susan on that.
But
yeah.
just remember, if you're going to use any kind of manure, it must be composted before you use it, because you could hurt your plants.
And composite, that's mean
Aged.
Aging. There is a composting, how to compost manure. We can get you that information.
Okay.
You buy the raw manure and you can process
So
it. To
I
become-
buy this. Some,
Yeah.
and I put 7% of 100%.
Oh, hold on.
No.
7%. Are you still talking about nitrogen?
Yes.
Okay. The percent of nitrogen will depend on your manure.
Oh, okay.
Your
so,
manure
yes,
has
yes.
nitrogen in it.
Okay.
So you do an analysis of your manure or
Yes,
composted manure.
I do have analysis.
Oh, you do?
Yes,
Of your-
I printed out.
Of manure.
maybe the soil.
So,
Right. We're talking about the caca.
okay, but yeah.
Caca also,
yes.
you need to process them also or analysis your cow caca,
Okay.
because then only we will determine how much nitrogen is present in that cow caca.
And then from there, once you know what percent, the amount of nitrogen in the manure, the
Caca, okay.
okay,
What
then
can be percentage in the caca?
what could it be? Anywhere from 7 to 10%.
Okay.
If it's 10%, then every kilogram of manure will have 100 grams of nitrogen.
Okay.
Right?
Every kilogram of manure. What's the manure? Manure
The
is a
caca.
caca.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it depends on the percent. For example,
Okay.
hypothetically, all right, just I don't know, but if you have 1 kilo of caca
Okay.
and it has 10% nitrogen,
Okay.
it has 100 grams of nitrogen in it.
Nitrogen.
Okay? Do you follow me?
Okay. So
10% of 1 kilo
Okay.
is 100 grams.
Of nitrogen.
Yes.
All right? So just hypothetically, if your caca has 10%
10%.
nitrogen, 1 kilogram of caca will have 100 grams of nitrogen in it.
That's correct.
And that's what you base your spreading. So if you want to put, you have a row which is 1 meter long or 1 meter wide,
Okay.
all right?
Yes.
And you want to apply, let's say 7 or 10 grams of nitrogen per plant on there, and you've got 100 plants.
Okay.
And the math is then I've got to put down 10 kilos of manure in that strip to give me 10 grams of
Nitrogen per
nitrogen. Per
I'll
plant.
need to write down that.
I know you will. And you know what?
He can
Well,
email you all this
We'll
information.
email it.
Okay.
But I think it would be better. That's all hypothetical.
Okay. Okay.
I need to know what your nitrogen source, I need to know what your fertilizer is before we start telling you how to fertilize.
I have that.
That's what I need.
I printed out. We took so from 30 centimeters.
This is the fertilizer.
And what is the fertilizer?
The fertilizer is your nitrogen.
Okay. Okay.
Do you understand? Fertilizer.
Okay. Okay.
How do you say fertilizer in Serbian? The nutrients. Okay, do you understand? Oh,
Do you do any soil amendments? Like, how do you grow your plant?
the video. So this is. Can you repeat? This is all different.
This is chemical fertilizer. It has all the different nutrients in it, from nitrogen to phosphorus and potassium, and also minor nutrients like iron and boron and zinc, those things.
And how do you put like on every plant? Just
I
like
put it on every plant.
like this.
When I fertilize my
7%.
plants, this is 14. Oh, wait a minute. What color is this? This is blue.
Blue.
Blue is I think blue is 14 grams of nitrogen. I am comparing chemical fertilizer with organic fertilizer in these plots. Notice how far my plants are away from each other. I am also looking at the spacing, the effect of spacing on fruit quality.
And so how now you measure 7% of
7 grams.
7 grams? Oh, so 7 grams you just place it here.
This is a 22% nitrogen fertilizer. 22% nitrogen. Okay?
Okay.
This fertilizer contains 22% nitrogen. I put 126 grams of this fertilizer on this plant to give me 14 grams of nitrogen.
This is like a science, Andrew.
It is.
It
This is science. It is, absolutely. Farming is a science. Okay? So the fertilizer...
I'm not sure they do Poland like this. Come on.
Say that again?
I'm not sure they're doing this kind of work in Poland.
No. That's why I'm doing it here.
Yeah, I mean this is science fiction. So, and every year you add some of them.
Every year I put the same amount on, yeah. And this is the first year. So let me show you the organic
And how much
fertilizer.
water? I mean, Andrew.
This is irrigated, and so yeah, that was the other question. How much water do I put on? We have in agriculture they use terminology like acre inch.
Okay.
So much water per area. But you know, typically, and I think like so it's
8 hours.
two and a half centimeters of water a week.
Okay. How many can you?
But you know what I would do better
Okay.
is to irrigate your plants. Okay.
Half an inch water means you have to water them for a typical this type 8 hours. It might
Just to get
just to get a half an inch.
Yeah.
You know, so we irrigate them 8 hours, but through the drip we will use half an inch.
And during the night, I guess.
No,
During the morning?
the daytime.
Daytime, is it good?
Yes.
During the sun?
But it's not flood irrigation. This is drip irrigation.
Okay. Because
The plant needs the water this time of day. This is when the plant needs the water. This is where the plant is most stressed for water. It's right now.
Okay.
So you water, you irrigate between noon and 3 o'clock.
Wow. Because I was thinking just in the morning, before sun, because you don't want to shock the.
And
the
you
plant.
don't want it. We don't want it to irrigate plants.
Grams on. I would need to. I would need to put about. Well, if it's 11%, I'd probably need to put like 63 grams total. 63 grams or 65 grams of fertilizer, and that percentage of that 65 grams is nitrogen. There's a certain percentage of that total amount of fertilizer you put on, which is nitrogen.
7%.
No, this one's actually 11. Don't get confused between 7 grams and percent.
Of course.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to find out how many grams you put it here. So 65 grams.
Of this particular fertilizer, but it won't matter to you. What we need to know for you, what we need
This
to
is
know.
a research.
Yes.
So don't confuse with any of the things. This is a research.
We need to know what your fertilizer.
Okay, what is that caca?
Yeah, I mean, are you planning to put caca, or are you planning
Whatever it's your suggestion, Andrew and
Whatever you
Matthew.
have.
What do you have?
We have available caca. What is the best? We will have the best. Even the caca from eagles.
Probably not a good idea.
No.
But nonetheless,
We have a problem with these eagles, you know. And you know what?
Oh, that's a vulture. What do you have problems with vultures?
Because the land when we got from the government has those like kind of mouse what these birds eating, and now we need to migrate them from.
So he has,
Mice.
mice issues in that
But
ground. Is that a flat ground like this?
I'll show you the picture. It's not, but actually, I mean, flat, but
Is it a hilly?
yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
So Andrew, I'm not sure that I got, unfortunately, if I'm not smart, so 65 grams of nitrogen.
I mean, nitrogen, we can discuss that nitrogen later after looking at your
report.
Your report. You know, you don't get confused with too many information that we're trying to feed you in a couple of minutes here. So pretty much, we are explaining to you that what all things that we are experimenting here. Basically, whether organic nitrogen is better than conventional nitrogen. Conventional nitrogen is what Andrew just showed you, which is a synthetic nitrogen,
yes.
just like pesticide.
Yes,
Pesticides are synthetic, right?
Yes.
But so that was a synthetic nitrogen, and this is an organic nitrogen source, meaning this is blood meal, which is natural,
Yes.
or chicken poop, or chicken caca, or cow caca, which is organic nitrogen. So there is difference between organic source of fertilizers versus synthetic source of fertilizers.
Man-made. Yes.
Man-made. You can buy them, like synthetic
yes.
in the pesticide or fertilizer stores. You have those kind of stores?
Yes, we do.
So you buy them from them if you decide to grow non-organic or conventional way. So you have to make a decision how you are going to grow your crop. Either it's going to grow organically or conventionally.
What Andrew mentioned on the beginning, what I liked, either way how you grow, you're getting output of the product almost the same.
No.
No?
I don't think so.
I mean, you're getting more of them, but the quality is the same, or it's not.
No.
No. Okay.
I'm not anecdotal evidence. I don't use anecdotal means I just have one piece of reference. I don't have a scientific study. What I've seen in my home, okay, I used conventional man-made fertilizer at my home. But my home has a completely different environment.
So man-made fertilizer, what does that mean?
Man-made synthetic. That's stuff
So
that
that's
you're holding in your
okay.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Sodium nitrate, or I'm sorry, potassium nitrate,
Ammonium sulfate,
ammonium nitrate. Those are synthetic
urea.
fertilizers.
Okay.
I mean, your country
yes.
might have urea,
Yes,
you
yes.
know, available, just like.
Because Andrew, what might happen that we shouldn't use those kind of thing, and
In
that
the park, they may not let them use conventional
That's
fertilizers.
in your case, your best bet is going to be, you know, manure
Yeah.
yes,
or organic source.
Which is fine. It'll work.
but it will not be like this.
No, these are all organic.
This is all organic.
And these are organic too.
But in your case, you probably might need to have a system in place. You may not be able to buy organic, you know, compost in your country. So you might need to develop your own system, buying caca
from I mean people. I mean.
yeah, you can buy caca
our
and
city-
turn them into an organic, you know,
we have a lot of
compost.
villages around.
And I'll tell you what, you might also have a business being able to
So
to get that
Exactly.
that manure,
yes,
caca,
yes.
and age that caca. Make sure the caca is not fresh. Cannot be fresh.
Okay.
But it must age, okay? And then you can utilize it on your fields. And this is something you're probably going to have to start very soon.
Yes, right away, because I mean.
you have to buy it from people and then compost it. Start composting.
Yeah, and
very
I need
soon.
to find out how much I need to buy in
Well,
order to calculate.
You buy whatever you can get now.
Because he mentioned, Andrew, that it's a 1 meter.
So you know what I need to do? We need to just figure out what simple cow manure is in general. I'm sure there's an average nitrogen rate, and then I can tell you how much to put on based on what we know the nitrogen percent of manure.
I think if he has a soil lab, he could analysis the cow manure too.
We have done soil lab.
It might be a good idea for us to get a general idea of
Sure.
how much
We can do
nitrogen is in cow manure,
We can
and
do
then you can get an idea of how much you'll need.
Only difference is ours is going to be composted cow manure
That's right.
because his is going to be fresh. So he has to compost it before he can use it.
You've got to age them. You have to age. Make sure it cannot be fresh.
We can give you the information how to age it.
That's even perfect. So, and you do inside and outside. You're going this. What is inside?
You know, that's a different plant. Tomatoes and
Tomato.